Hey guys, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be talking about my steps that I take to make sure my face looks flawless all day. Like from the moment I do it, like today for instance, I did my makeup at 9 o'clock to it's 10:23 and it's still on. So I need to make sure my makeup lasts all day. Like I said in my first video, I am a mom of twins that are very active. Like, and they're 4, so they are into everything under the sun. And with this pandemic going on, like, I need to keep them occupied at all times. So I don't have time to touch up my makeup here and there. Granted, what am I doing my makeup for? But to sit in the living room. But still, like when I do it, I don't want to have to touch it up. So these are the steps that I take to make sure I won't have to do that. Okay, so first thing that I do, it is all about the primers. First thing, primer. I personally mix the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and the Cover FX Gripping Primer. Those two, even alone, just the one, just the Milk or just the Cover FX, like those grab a hold of your makeup so well and keep it nice and smooth and fill and blur your pores so phenomenally. Like, I've been rebuying these since they came out. Like, it changed my makeup game, like, to a whole, it took it to a whole nother level. Like, because like I said in a past video, I have problem with pores right here, so I need to make sure they are filled, blurred, smooth, gone, like out of here. So these two, they literally make my foundation not move. They make my concealer not move. Like, the primer is literally what holds everything together. If you don't have a good primer, your makeup is not gonna last. So these two are my holy grails, like, of all time. Not this year, not last year, like ever since I've been doing makeup. So those two, and then after I let those sit, I put the Milk one on first. I let it sit on my skin for like 30 seconds, and then I do the Cover FX one. Each dime size amount. Don't OD it, because then it'll make it look really messy. You need literally a dime size amount, which is like 2 pumps. So after I do that, for me personally, because I have discoloration on my cheeks, I will put concealer down. And that is just so, because I love full coverage, as you guys know, as y'all can see. Sometimes my foundations don't cover everything, so I'll conceal before I do my foundation. Not OD though, just literally like just dots. And so I'll conceal and then I'll set it with powder. This step is also crucial. Setting the concealer I just put, because I also put it on my nose because this is allergy season, okay people. So my nose, from like just tapping it with the tissue or blowing my nose, I don't want my makeup to come off because I don't want to look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then I also put it under my eyes because with allergies my eyes water. I am not about to look like I've been crying. Like, I don't want it to budge at all. So I will also put concealer under here, and then I will set it with powder under my eyes, my nose, everything with powder. Lightly though, you don't want to go too heavy. And I use a brush because it makes it very light, but also makes sure it's like set. So after that step, I will take my Fix Plus, my handy dandy Fix Plus, and just kind of spritz all over the face, make sure everything is smooth, and then I will go in with a sponge. That's when I will go in with a sponge and just make sure everything is really in the skin. And on to the next step. So after foundation, concealer, I will set my under eye. I will set my under eye. I will set sides of my nose. Actually, no, all of my nose. Right here. We're all around the mouth, especially the smile lines, because even though I don't post pictures smiling, I tend to smile a lot. And like right in this area, I will set with this Huda Beauty powder. The rest of my face I'll just set with a regular powder, like a regular pressed powder. And this powder, no creasing, nothing. Like, once you get past the set, you're good. So after that, then I bake. So that's just setting everything. Baking, I tend to use like a banana, even slightly darker than a banana powder. So I will use Fenty in the shade Honey. I will put it here. I'll put it here. And then I will use Juvias Place, because this is mattifying AF. Okay. This is in the shade Gobi. I will use it to set my smile lines, because that is my biggest problem. My smile lines, not even just from smiling. I love to eat. So when I'm eating, I don't want to have to worry about my makeup creasing just because I'm hungry. So I will use this because this is extremely mattifying, and I need to make sure this stays in place. Like if nothing else stays in place, I just want my smile lines to stay in place. And this, I set it twice. So I bake twice. I already bake after I set my powder, after I set my under eye, and then I bake after I do like my contour and all that, just to kind of like sharpen it up, and you know. So that is also crucial. That is literally almost as crucial as the primer, pretty much, because baking really like lengthens the amount of time your makeup will last, pretty much, in my opinion. So after the baking, especially for me because I have dry skin, I need to make sure I do not look like sandpaper, pretty much. So I will use this. I will use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I will literally, like, this is one of my favorite. I literally will just go and just ew, tastes awful. Good lord. I will just let it sit in my skin for a second. Take my nifty difty fan I got from Walmart. Really set it in the skin. That way you do not have to worry about looking powdery. Any trace of powder will be gone. This setting spray literally just sucks up the powder and makes it look like skin, pretty much. Not even skin, like just smooth. It'll just smooth everything out, and that is what I love. It's what I live for and what I need, pretty much. And then at the end, like once I'm finished my makeup, everything, I will add just a touch of the Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. Looks like this. It comes in 3 shades, and this is in the shade medium. And I'll just use a pointed brush, a pointed blending brush. I'll just tap off any excess, and then tap, 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 tap. And then sometimes, like, I'll go right under this part of the nose, because, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I've been getting really red, like, right here lately. And I don't know if it's, like, because of the weather or what, but so I just do a little more coverage right there. And then, boom. You're like, it smooths everything, blurs everything, and you just look like a 5-course meal. And That's how you do it. Like, these steps are crucial for me, like extremely crucial. The only time I don't do these steps is if I'm doing like a if I'm not really wearing makeup. It's the only time I don't do these steps, because I need to make sure that my makeup lasts. I need to know that if I touch my face, it's not going anywhere. Like, especially as being a mom, I don't have time to keep touching on my face every 5 seconds. Today, I've only touched on my face like twice. And that's because I was just being paranoid, like, oh my god, my eye's gonna crease, my eye's gonna crease, and like, it didn't. But I said it anyway. So, I'm telling you guys, like, even if you don't do every single thing, like, just starting off with a primer will change your entire routine. Or even if you already have a good primer, just doing baking, because baking will literally change everything. And then I highly recommend, like, after you bake, if you have dry skin, using a hydrating setting spray, or getting this, because I also have this ColourPop, and then I also have the Fenty one. Actually no, I also have the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Like, any hydrating one literally will work, like, especially after you bake. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye guys.